Welcome back to the Conversation Committee from TV360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. My name remains Nesine Kujumi, and I still have with me in the studio Richard Adeyinka, the CEO of Data Home Research and Communications Limited. Yes, on this program today, we want to look at the 50% tariff increase by telecoms providers. Yeah. That issue has generated a lot of bad blood within the system. True. We all recollect that the service providers were even angling for 100%. But the NCC, in its wisdom, after a lot of extensive deliberation and what have you, finally arrived at 50%. And for me, I find it interesting that a lot of Nigerians think everything should remain as it is. When you and I know for free that one of the reasons why the service providers are asking for this raise are very, very logical. For example, yes, for example, and when recently the Nigerian Labour Congress, against rationality and logic, if you ask me, declared that they were going on a protest. I was like, these people again. Do you people even think this is something? This is a sector of the economy that Nigerians have invested millions, if not billions, of naira. Yeah. That Nigerians are working in, they are earning their livelihood. So it is in your own interest because you want to show that you are pro-people. Those businesses should close down and those Nigerians should lose their means of livelihood. I don't understand.
First, let's leave NLC and face the issue. What are the issues? The cost of running business. And except someone who does not know what is happening in the industry. So I have few, especially when the whole GSM thing started. Each base station, do you know what it costs?
To run and to maintain it.
How much it will even cost you? Here, before you carry anything in any base station, boys, you must settle boys.
And those base stations are being run on alternative power supply. Diesel, generator.
Constantly. Because there is no power.
And those base stations are always being attacked.
Of course.
And vandalized.
When you want to go and repair or even want to refuel the gen and all of that.
You know the cost that goes into it.
You must pay. The truck that will bring everything, we pay.
Yes.
And all of that. So all of these things, they cost money. So that is why, for me, yes, increment may be justified. And considering
for me, it's justified.
So many
the cost of doing business cannot remain the same again. We should be rational.
And how much are they buying diesel now to run the generator?
And even as at that, Richard, today the Nigerian government has a new minimum wage law. So if the DSM service providers have workers who are below the minimum wage
they even pay more than the minimum wage.
Because even if they are paying more than the minimum wage, with the new realities on ground, they will have to review the wages. The amount they were buying diesel when we were making those calls at those rates are not the same.
All the equipment, none is manufactured in Nigeria.
Dollar denominated.
They will import them.
Yes.
Bought by dollars, and we know how much it costs now. To buy dollars, to clear, to buy.
You are saying you shut down the economy. So you want Nigerians to remain jobless?
Ajero is just, will of course react. So people will know that they are here.
They are in existence.
Not everybody is a member of NLC. So I'm not sure how far. Yes, I understand what they are saying. That yes, Nigerians are not. Now we are canvassing for the telcos. Who is canvassing for Nigerians? The income, Nigerians' income, to be honest, over time has been eroded with little or nothing. I agree. However, we still can find a way around it. The whole increment, the 50%, yes, except it is too much on people, to be honest. However, they have legitimate
basis
to increase.
And Richard, you know, for me,
and it's a marginal increase if you ask me.
Richard, you
I've
know,
seen what it will cost.
Richard, you know, for me, I've looked at the dynamics of the whole discussion.
Yeah.
Any rational human being. That is why I'm thoroughly disappointed and embarrassed by this usual resort to, you know, grandstanding by the Labour Congress.
Everybody will behave like
because
I'm also here.
You know why I'm embarrassed and, you know, disappointed that this Labour Congress does not seem to learn. This is a Labour Congress that should cater for workers, of which workers in that industry are also part of. So you expect an intellectually driven Labour Congress to say what are the issues. If 50% is too much, you bring out the statistics
and say
this is
if we increase it by 25%, you will still make this.
Yes, we are not doing that.
Data.
Rather, you are saying government. Is the GSM service? Which one is owned by the Nigerian government, please?
None. The alternative is you call someone, and they have a choice. Lagos may be running, Port Harcourt may be running, Abuja may be running, but your villages, they may not have network.
Yes.
If there is a fault somewhere, they may not.
Yes, they will just focus on where they are making their money.
Where they are making their money.
Yes.
So we should not. Yes, I understand.
Things are not
difficult.
Yes,
Nigerians are struggling right now.
But
we should be logical with these increments. Even if you want to reduce it, if that is what Labour is pushing, you must give us the statistics. How much should?
How can they break even? Because today our government at all levels has been running up and down, telling investors, just like Mr. Donald Trump, come and invest in Nigeria. My environment is... So if you have a situation whereby we now allow our government to say, you, Richard Adenka or Nesne Kujumi, if you buy a good for 120 naira, we now say, you cannot sell it above 100 naira. So which business...
Nobody will.
So we remain in our
you want to go and borrow at what percentage?
Yes, and come
at 30% interest rate.
I'm not doing philanthropy.
And they say don't sell to make even.
No.
So it doesn't work.
I look at Labour, and when I agree that things are not the way we want it to be.
Yeah.
But we must recognize that there are Nigerians working in this sector.
Yes, so.
There are Nigerians who have invested their money.
And they are well paid.
And people are earning livelihood from it.
Yeah.
So whatever we do, we must balance both.
Yeah.
That, okay, as an individual, costs that I don't need to make. What this tells us is that you'll be frugal with your costs.
Don't make
If you are complaining, if NLC or any other labor institution or any group is complaining about poor services by the service provider, I would put up my chest and join them.
By this increment, a call now, a minute is about 16 naira or so. So what
everybody
does that?
Will pay,
what does that?
Will
a time was in this country, we were paying 50 naira, we were paying 40 naira
absolutely.
Per minute.
Yes, per minute.
And people were making the calls.
But now we can make per
second.
So
you can make per seconds.
And if you don't want to make calls, send a text.
A text. So you have options.
There are so many options.
So the text message is now 6 naira. When it comes into operation, it will now become 6 naira from 4 naira.
From 4 naira.
You can, no matter what, you can send a message that will still send the right, whatever you want to pass, you will still be able to pass it. So I'm not, yes, Nigerians are suffering. They are being battered from different angles. But at the same time, the alternative that we have is that only those of us in the city will be calling ourselves.
We'll have access.
If I pick call now to call Iya Jebu,
my mother in the village,
Jebu,
she won't have network.
The network won't go through because in order to save money, they will also not attend to fault in those places. So whatever it is, we hold them we should support them so that they are able to not just run efficiently, but to also make profit. That's the whole essence of being in business.
Absolutely.
I agree completely that Nigerians have been battered increment here and there, but there are certain things that we just cannot help.
Yes.
And this is for me, is a marginal increase.
Yes,
it's not really something that we put hold in your pocket
at all. No. Even you have a choice. You have a choice. I tell people,
we were flashing. We were flashing at some point in this country. You flash,
and even the other.
The person you flash will call you back.
Want to say it, Richard, because as we are speaking now, some persons will take it upon themselves to say, they are speaking for a government, or they are nobody has, hired us.
Yeah,
we are not being, we are only being factual.
Yeah, it's just
if the increment comes into place, we all bear the burden.
Yeah.
But we are telling you that this is an inevitable burden for us all to bear, in order that we can keep our societies, running.
Yeah.
I won't be happy today if instead of new telecoms investors coming into the country, later some of us will start complaining, the businesses are closing down. Why won't they close down when we have made the environment so hostile?
Yeah.
After the government has tried to make it convenient.
It took sweat and blood. I know some of the guys that put those base stations, climbing those things to make you
to be able to make
communicate. The call. This thing costs money.
Yes.
All the equipment they use, none is produced here.
It's not produced locally.
They import, and
Nigerians in fact, if those who are raising eyebrow, I agree it's within your rights.
Yeah.
But in raising those eyebrow, you should do it with logic and rationality.
Give us the data.
These are businesses that Nigerians have invested in.
Yeah.
These are businesses that Nigerians are earning a livelihood.
Yeah.
Are we saying those Nigerians
should not make their
should not live again? That's my question.
They borrowed money.
That's
and to borrow
question,
money right now in banks at 30%.
Yes.
And somebody will say, go and borrow, be in debt, so that I can make call. It doesn't work that way.
I think this
labor should be logical.
They should put the country first.
Joe Ajero, give us the data. Don't just come.
They should set aside their political bias.
Tell us.
It is beclouding every judgment of theirs.
Yes, no.
And some of us are getting angry. We are Nigerians.
The alternative is we are not able to make this call. You have drop calls. You call somebody and it drops because everything has been. So we need to help this telecom.
Yes, we need to help the telecoms industry.
When we help them, we help ourselves. We are able to use our data. We are able to make our calls seamlessly.
Yes.
And it is
life goes on.
For me, it is still not too. This is like 16 naira, less than 20 naira per minute.
Well,
what do you want to say? Are you holding family meeting on phone?
I wonder.
Is it not to greet someone or when you are in business?
Or send a message.
A message.
Well, on this latest 50% tariff increase by telcos, I can tell you for free, as painful as it is inevitable. We just have to support the telecoms industry
so they can
survive, so that more investors can also come into the country to can realize that what Mr. President has been going up and down, canvassing, come and invest in Nigeria. People out there can really see that this is a veritable market because of the population. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying tuned with us on the conversation. We've had a beautiful conversation today.
Very beautiful.
Thank you very much, Richard.
My pleasure, and happy birthday once again.
Thank you very much. Until we come your way again next time, please continue to watch the conversation coming to you from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. Have a great day. Bye-bye.